Do you just want to craft something without thinking too much? In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create this super beautiful booklet with free printables. Hello, I am Tina from Victoria Designs and I have another easy but fun and beautiful craft project for you. You're gonna make this booklet and it has a lot of pockets, tuck spots, file folders, matchbook notebooks and more. The designs of this project are based upon the printables of our Postal Memories kit and it is such a beautiful kit. In this video I'm going to show you completely how to make this booklet so anyone can do it. And all the printables you need you can get for free if you opt in via the link in the description. And if you love these designs and you want more to craft with, the link to that kit is in the description as well. And now let's craft. Let me first show you what we're going to make. So this is a very nice booklet, so pretty. This is the front, this is the back. It opens with a ribbon like this. And it opens like this as well. So here is a corner pocket with a card. If you open it up, we have here another pocket that is also an extra pocket, but also a beautiful card. And this one opens up to also hold a card. That opens, by the way. And then here in the middle section we have two pockets. And I can get out this beautiful file folder for keepsakes. Here also we have two pockets, actually three, two on top and one here. And this one also holds a file folder. Or you can put this one here for sure as well. And these are mini matchbook notebooks. They each hold a bunch of little sheets that you can tear out if you have made a note and you want to keep it there. And these fit right in these two pockets. And that's it. I really like these designs. So now let me show you how to make this little booklet. You get no less than 10 sheets plus 2 colored back designs. I printed these on 160 grams paper, that's about 60-pound cover, so that the end result will be nice and sturdy. But this is one of the bases with a back design. Page 2 also needs a back design. It says so on the sheet, by the way, on which back designs to print. Pockets, cards, panels, tabs, file folders, it's all in there. Cards, pockets, you will see. So 10 pages of these. And if you've printed these, the first thing to do always is to cut everything out. So just with these tabs, there are 2 in the sheets. You can cut it out, but I wouldn't cut out these sides yet. You will see. For the rest, you can cut out everything. And I'm gonna do just that and come back to you. So here are the parts all cut out. And as I said, the tabs are not completely cut on the sides yet. I'm gonna do that when they're folded. Oh yeah, what I didn't mention was sometimes it says optional for print on back of back design, beige, optional. That means it's usually a card and you can choose, do I want it white in the center, if that's good for you, or do you want the beige, vintagey beige color? You can choose that for yourself. And of course, check really good that every sheet is printed at the same print setting. So that means all of them at 100% or all of them at fit to page, whatever. Just make sure it's all the same, otherwise the components won't fit. And what I'm first gonna do is connect the base, and that are these 2 parts. So what I am going to do is score these 4 lines. This one doesn't need scoring. If you don't have a scoring board, just use an empty pen or the back of a butter knife, a ruler, and a mat underneath. This is just faster. I'm going to fold these bone folder will make sure you have crisp lines. And then I'm going to attach this piece right here. The base is very simple. So you can use glue or you can use double-sided tape to put on that tab. In any case, if you're using glue or tape, make sure it's right next to that fold. And then carefully make sure top and bottom are aligned. Glue this right next to that fold. Yeah. Okay, and then you have this. What I'm gonna do now is optional, but you can do that, and that is add an extra layer of this fake ink on the edges. You see, with cutting everything, I cut off that inking. That happens, and you can just improve it with using some ink. I'm using some vintage photo, just some brown ink will do. And I like to do that after I've assembled the base, so that I don't accidentally ink edges that I don't want to see inked. And on the inside, of course, we don't have an inked edge. I'm going to just add it, you know. And you can be as rough as you want or as fine as you want. You can use other colors, but this is meant to look a bit vintage, so the brown would definitely work, and most crafters have that laying around anyway. Okay, now that I have my ink ready, I am actually going to ink all of my edges quickly. Why am I doing that? Well, to improve the color a little bit. And also this weight of paper is a bit thicker, so you will always see these little white edges. And to hide them, I'm just gonna go over that. And you can go as heavy as you like or as light as you like, but it's definitely not necessary. Elements that have a backside, so a back design, you can also give an extra edge if you want to. So it's just a bit more defined on the back, that's all. Okay, and if you have inked everything, if you like to do that, find these 4 panels. You see, there are 3 tall ones, 1 shorter one, and these 2 are a little bit wider. And it's actually pretty easy. These 2 wide ones will come right here. They will fit on these 2 bases. And this tiny one comes here. I'm actually holding them upside down. That's not a great idea. And this one will come right here. Okay. Now this is already colored. If you like, you can keep it like that and skip adding these. If you like the purple color better. It's just with layers, you make your project sturdier. These are also wider than they should be, but I keep them on just because the sturdiness. That's why. Okay, so very easy. I'm gonna do those 2 wide ones first. Here's my famous glue paper. That is now more glue than paper. So just use the glue that you like. I'm using a glue stick because it's nice and fast for this tutorial. You can use wet glue for sure. You can use double-sided tape as well. There. And now you can just see, I need more ink here. Yeah. And now you can just see that you have an 1/8 inch 3mm border all around. Like this, so nicely in the center. And once the glue really dries, it will get sturdier. The second one comes right here. Just see that the edges have enough glue. so that they're down really well. Make sure the pattern isn't upside down as well. Like this. So, oh yeah, make sure that the smallest part is on this side. So the one that's been glued on. And then this small one comes here on top. Like this. Oops, that was upside down. Come on, come on, come on. I've used glue sticks, so that's possible. Okay, that was funny. There. Perfect. And then I'm gonna turn it around, and this last one will come right here. There. Gonna go back to the inside. And now I'm going to find my 4 pockets, my 4 side pockets. They were on the same sheet. Here they are, yeah. So this one will come here. This one will come here. This one here, and this one on top. So it's layered. And what I'm gonna do with all 4 of them is put some thin double-sided tape on the sides and on the bottom of each. So I have this double-sided tape that I use a lot. It is 1/4 inch wide, that is 6 millimeter. And it's just really handy for pockets, etc. You can also use a really fine bead of glue, but make sure it's really fine and nicely put to the edge, like with a very fine nozzle, because otherwise the pocket might be too small because there's less room to put something in. So go as close to the center, to the edge as you can, and do that with all 4 pockets. And when your pockets are ready, it's time to put them in, and they will come not on the edge of the panel, but actually over the panel completely to the edges of the base. I'm gonna start with the big ones, obviously, because they come under the little ones. This one comes right here, and really take your time to line everything up. Make sure it's gonna be straight, because with this tape, down is down. It's not like with the glue stick that I had earlier, and now I have a really nice big pocket over here. The other big one comes here, and it comes like right next to that fold. You can't see it very well here, so not right next to the panel, but right next to that fold. There. Now this one will come on top. You'll see what this one means. So this one. And just put it on top. Yeah, just line up the edges again. And now this one will come on top here. Oh, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Yes, I did. I forgot something. But I can rectify it with this, no worries. Yeah, it looks like a mess now, doesn't it? It does. Okay, so the mistake that I made was I also need a piece of tape in the center here, because this is actually 2 pockets that will hold 2 matchbook notebooks. I'm gonna again put my tape where it used to be. No worries, the mess will disappear. And now I'm gonna find the center. Should be here. And also put a piece of tape right there. You see? Okay. Take two. Let's try this again, shall we? Line everything up like this. What you can also do, if you like, is add a bit more ink, just in case. There, and now here on top we have 2 pockets because of that extra piece of tape. Okay. And for in these pockets, amongst others, I have 2 file folders. That's this one and that's this one. They have different sizes. And for those, I also need these. Let's put this aside for a bit. I'm going to score that line here. And then you can just simply fold them, not in half, but just fold them. And we're going to attach these white tabs on them. Now you can just cut them out and fold in half and glue them on, but then they're not always lining up as good as they could. So what I like to do is first score them, fold in half, and then cut the 2 layers at the same time. And to find the right scoring line, I'm actually going to elongate that line here to make sure, at least on the bottom and the top of the paper, you can see where I need to line it up. If you're using a ruler, you don't have to do that, but for a scoreboard, you won't be super sure that you're positioning this right. So now I can put this here, line up that top part, line up that bottom part, and just score. Same with the other one. Like this. And then fold in half. And then I can cut these out while fold. The sides, that is. The bottoms you can do separately because you won't see them together. And if you still see a little bit of white, just hide that with ink, but at least these will line up. And now position them so that the smallest flap is on the front. And then this tab, I'm going to glue right here. So this little point will line up with the edge. And this one I will put right here. Of course, you can play with this, but that's how I'm going to do it. Also lining that up with the edge. So very easy. I'm going to put some glue all over the whole thing. And then lining up that little point here with the corner and the other one with the edge. Just like that. And when it's dry, this tab will be nice and sturdy. Same with the other one. And this one I'm going to attach on the other side. So this point line up with the corner and the other point with the top edge here, and fold over. It looks like this on the inside. Okay, now I have these two little file folders. I can put this one here, this one in the small one here, or I can fit this one in here as well. You can play with it a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to make the matchbook notebooks that go into these little pockets. So again, folding needs to be done. Just going to score these lines, these two on each. And then fold. Okay, now I want little sheets of paper in here that will fit, that I can tear off later if I make a note. I have this ivory colored paper that I'm going to use. You can also use scrap paper from your paper bin and put these in. And I'm going to make these sheets a little bit smaller than this. I'm going to make it 2.5 inch by 3.25 inch. So I'm going to use 2 full sheets of regular paper. This is thin regular paper, and I'm gonna make a bunch of little sheets that are that size. I got 8 sheets per little notebook. That doesn't seem a lot. You can add a little bit more if you have a sturdy stapler, or if your paper is much thinner, etc. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold this over, and I'm gonna really tuck this little pile in there. Make sure it's a little bit centered on the top and the bottom here, or actually on the sides. On the sides, this could be better, like that. Yeah, in the center, of course, and really tucked in there. And then take a stapler, and about in the center here, I'm gonna go a bit lower under that word. I'm gonna add a staple, see? And now I can tuck in the top part right here, you see? So you can just tuck in that top part to close it. I'm gonna do the exact same with the other one. So folding over that bottom part, sure they're nicely on top of each other. And then in the center, tuck that really into that fold, hold it, and then staple. And you can close it. That's it. You have 2 very beautiful pockets. You can just make these as gifts on their own. And these will fit in right in these 2 pockets that we just made. Like this. Yeah, you can put them in the other way, but I find this easier. Okay, now here is gonna come a pocket as well, this one. And the first thing I'm going to do is score these 4 lines. Of course, once you've seen this tutorial, you can just score everything already up front. That's actually easier. And then these large flaps are actually the side flaps. And then it goes like this, actually like this. So on the back, there's a huge white square because we're gonna glue this in anyway. Okay, and to close it, I have these 2 circles. Of course, you can use another closure if you want. I just chose this circle closure. You can cut them out by hand. I'm using a 5/8 of an inch circle punch. And with the same circle punch, I'm going to punch out 2 more circles out of this 300 grams cardstock. And I'm going to glue these on top of there so that they're sturdier. Just glue nicely on top. I'm going to ink the edges. So the sides. Again, optional. And then I'm going to use my awl to punch a hole in the center. And I also need to punch a hole in the top and bottom right here. And you can choose for yourself a little bit, but I want this in the center. It's fairly obvious, so here. And then about 3/4 of an inch from that, this edge here. For me, that's here. And then also, while it's closed, 3/4 of an inch to that side on the bottom flap. Like this. I'm going to punch those marks. And then I have these 2 tiny brads that I'm going to use. I'm also using my famous chipboard 8. Just a piece of chipboard with a little slot in it. And then put the brad through the hole in the circle. Put the whole thing inside that slot. And put this whole thing into the hole you just made into the pockets. Open up. And I'm going to put a little piece of tape on top. Oh, that's maybe a bit too much tape because I'm going to use this. It's offcuts of that pocket on the back. And I'm punching 2 1-inch circles. With this circle punch, you can just trace something round that's about that size. And I'm not going to ink the edges and glue this on top, and you will hardly see that it's there, but then these little legs are hidden. So what I did wrong was my piece of double-sided tape was a bit too wide, and to prevent that everything gets sticky, I'm just pushing in the back of that tape so it won't be visible. There, that's better. That's better. And now I can just put some glue on this. Look, you can make a feature out of it and use something completely different to glue on the back, but this way, if I make sure that the leathery pattern on the back goes the same way, it will hardly show that you put something on there. There, then you can take this out. You could have taken this out earlier. And I'm gonna do exactly the same right here. I have also a circle for that. So, brad inside this circle, inside here, inside the hole, open up, piece of tape, not too wide. It's optional, that piece of tape, but it will make sure that this will be smoother when you glue it on there. Remove that backing. Put glue on your circle. Of course, if you want, you can put a butterfly on there or some sticker that you have laying around that would fit very nicely. I always encourage to think outside the box. There. And glue this in, and this will be nicely hidden. Okay, the only thing I need to do now is close, 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 close. That's the other way around. Yeah, is add some thread on the top flap. I'm facing the knot of that thread that way because it has to go that way, you know. I'm just gonna make a double knot or a triple one if you want to be extra safe. Tuck in the ends and then just go 1, 2, 3 or cross like this. Okay, and now this will be a pocket. This means I'm going to, on the back side, put some tape here, here and here on the back side. This needs to be open because I want to put something in here. So here's my thin double-sided tape again. Like right along the edge. Oh, I'm far from the edge. I think that's a little bit too far from the edge, but it's down. Well, it's down. Yeah, when you're filming a tutorial, you can't be with your nose on top of the project like you usually would when you're crafting. I'm keeping my head out of this space, so I'm further away from my project, which sometimes leads to sticking the tape not really where you want it. Okay. Like this. So make sure these are the right tops and bottoms. There, and now this will fit right in here, and I will have here about a 1/16, like a millimeter, a bit more on each edge. You see, it's a little bit larger than your panel here. There. Now you have a pocket, and in that pocket you can put a card, and we actually have 2 cards here. I'm just going to score these lines. Then I can fold in half. And I can choose one of these cards to put in here. Again, if you don't need a colored inside, because it's rather a dark beige, you can leave this white so you can actually write on here. You can write on here as well, but only with like black ink that you can see very well. Okay. Moving on. We also had another card to put in here. Let's do that one as well. I'm gonna score. Fold in half. And yeah, this one folds on the top. There, and when you open this pocket, this will fit nicely in here. That's it. And of course you could put something else in there as well. And then let's turn around. For here we have a corner pocket, and it fits nicely on the edges of the panel. So I'm gonna put that there, not here, but there. And I'm also going to use my thin double-sided tape again, and I'm just going to put the tape on the bottom and the side. That's it. So just take your time to line things up perfectly, like this. Okay. And then the other card can fit right in there, like this. And now, if I close it, it will look like this. And yeah, this will be the front, this will be the back, and here will be the ribbon closure. Of course, you can make another closure if you like. But I'm going to put my ribbons right here in the center. This one will come out on that way, and this one will come out on that side. And I have here 2 ribbons. They're rather wide, but I like the color to match with the kit. You can use smaller ribbons, of course, but it's 12 inches long. For me, that's enough. And then I'm going to find the center here. where the center is depends on how large you're printing, and it's different for everyone. So really just find the center for you. Just measure. Because my ribbon is so wide, I'm actually going to use 2 pieces of double-sided tape right next to each other. If you attach them about 1 inch, that's enough. This tape is, by the way, 3/8 of an inch wide. That's about 9 millimeter. And make sure, very important, that your tape or glue is not coming further than 1/8 of an inch from that side, because that won't be covered. Otherwise it will be very sticky. And I'm gonna place another piece right here. You can use glue, of course, here. And on the other side as well. Right here. And then remove the backings and just stick this on, shiny side up, if it has one. Oh yeah, well, the best side up. This one here. Well, actually, I'm going to already close that I'm very, very sure that I can line up both of these ribbons. Like this, yeah, that was a good idea. Like this, open up again. This one will come here. That's for me the back design. This is the front design that will come right here. You can switch these around if you like, they're equally large. But on the side of the ribbon, I also want to put a piece of double-sided tape just to make everything a little bit more sturdy. So for this one, it will be this side. Just going to use my wider tape and just like here. You can put tape all around, of course. So just that it sticks a little bit better. And for this one, it will be right here. Always be sure if the directions of your parts are facing the right way. I'm going to remove that backing and then just put glue all over the rest, or use tape all over, or use a border tape all over and glue in the center. You can do whatever you like best. Like this. And then when it's all glued up, I'm going to put this one in place. Also leave 1/8 of an inch border all around, like this. And it will stick extra well here on that ribbon. Same with the other one. Right here. And it's ready. Now I can close this up, make a beautiful little bow. Fill it with memories and letters and trinkets and things and notes and whatever you like. And this is it. And it's, yeah, maybe it's a little weird that it opens on this side, but that's how I designed it. You can add more things. There is an extra pocket here. This is it. I really hope you liked this tutorial. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up. That really helps. And what also really helps is if you have crafty friends that you think might like to make this project as well, just forward the video link to them so they can check it out for themselves. Again, if you want to receive all the printables that I used here for free, just opt in via the link in the description and you will get them. If you would like more designs that really match all these designs very well and you want to craft much more with it, just check out the links in the description because they will lead you to a very large junk journal kit with journal pages, embellishments, a ton of papers, and then maybe you can make a junk journal that can hold this little pretty gift inside. Okay, and now I wish you a very beautiful day. Bye bye.